Afternoon, grade 8 students, and I've pulled together a few questions from this New Brunswick review that I'd like to do with you. I know there was 11 questions to do, and there were 4 questions. I just have the answers there in the key. 4 questions that people kind of struggle with overall. So I thought I would cover those with you, and then turn you loose on the next set. So one of the ones that people had trouble with was this first question right here. Okay, so you had to verify John's solution. So what he said was the solution was the number 1. So if you put that into the solution, and if x is equal to 1, remember you have to go with the bracket and the 1. So x is equal to 1 plus 4 equals 6. My drawing tool is really slow today. So anyway, so the first step would be your multiplication. That's a negative 2 plus 4. And I'm not sure if this is where people got mixed up was with this particular sign because they thought 6, 2, and 4. But because that's a negative, that would turn out to be 2 is equal to 6, which is not possible. So the answer should have been negative 1 because negative 1 times 2 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. So that's the one mistake that we made to start. The next question was this one with Uncle Joe, and people did a great job of the word problem. That was impressive. So the next one I want to have a look at is these ones, and I'll go through them quickly. I'm going to do one step in here as well. So first off, you have to find out which one has the greatest value. So to start with, you got to get rid of this negative 4. It's farthest away. So you're going to add 4 and add 4 to both sides. So you're going to write it up top here. You have 3x. These negative 4, positive 4 cancel. A positive 4 on this side equals 12. And your x, when you divide both sides by 3, because it's multiplication, x equals 4. For this one, again, let's work with this one to start. Got to get rid of your negative 5. Add 5 to both sides. So you're going to keep that x over 2. And then on this side, positive 5, negative 5 cancels. Negative 7 plus 5, careful your integers, that ends up at a negative 2. Because this is division, do multiplication. 2 times on this side, 2 times on that side. X equals negative 4. The next step. This is a little trickier just because it's moved in different spots. You have a negative 6, 5x, 9. So you're going to add 6 here. Gets rid of it. Add 6 there. You're going to have 5x equals 9 plus 5. 9 plus 6 is 15. And now 5 divided into 15. And this one, sorry, this is getting messy. X equals 3. So far we have x equals 3. X is negative 4. And x is 4. So that's what you should have to date so far. Let's try this one. The 2 is farthest away, so you're going to subtract 2 from both sides. So I'm just going to write this down now. 4 take away 2 is 2, so now you have x over 4 equals 2. Because this is division, multiply both sides. 4 times 2 is 8, x equals 8. 8 divided by 4 is 2, so this is your largest, so it should be letter D. For the next one, people got a little lost in this one. I'm not quite sure what happened here in people's work. So distributive property, which means that you have to multiply both numbers in the inside here. So 2x and 5 will not go together because they're different terms. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times 5 is 15. And as we found out from up top here, you're going to subtract 15 and subtract 15. So 12 subtract 15. No, sorry. 27 subtract 15 is 12. because this is multiplied by 6, you're doing the opposite operation, or what times 6 is 12, and your answer would be equal to 2. Let's go back and try it. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27, and you know you've got it right. And the last question that kind of messed people up was Jamie and Claudine's question here. So that extra little negative is a tricky one in there. So it says that Jamie solved and found that n equals -5. Claudine's solution to this equation was n equals -4. Which solution is correct? Where did the other person err? So to start with, I'm just going to solve to see what I think the answer is. So sorry, that's my bracket. Close your bracket equals 9. So in this, you've got this negative outside, which is going to change each one of these signs, because it's the same as -1. -1 times 2n is -2n. And a negative times a negative is a +1 equals 9. Okay, then you got to decide which is your next step. This is furthest away. Because it's an edge, you're going to subtract. You're going to subtract. So -2n equals 8. Because this is a multiply, divide by -2. Divide by -2. And now it becomes a positive because there's two negatives there dividing, and one positive, one negative. It stays as a negative. 8 divided by -2 is -4. So -4 is Claudine is correct. And I would think, I'm not going to walk through it again, but if they put in the -5, let's have a look at -5 if it was the answer. 2 times -5 is -10. -10 subtract 1 is a -11. So what Claudine made the mistake of was in her signs in here. Okay, so be very careful of that one. Again, if there's ever a question you need me to do online, let me know. I can do a video to show you, or maybe do it in an email. And it's a sunny day. It's 2:22 here at my house. I hope people are going outside to play. Have a great Monday.